Priya, and today we're going to be doing a cool down yoga flow. So I wanted to create this class instead of a power flow or something that's very vinyasa and moving, because if you're like me, right now Berlin is 32 to 35 degrees heat, and that can get tough. Not only just doing your regular day-to-day life, focusing while you're at work, even just going outside to walk and get food or whatever it might be. Especially I find your yoga practice and your fitness routine can just get cut because it's too hard, it's too sweaty, and you just maybe feel a bit overwhelmed doing it. And that's okay. Maybe it doesn't have to be the same practice as you had when it was 20 degrees and everything was fine, you could just open a window. So this class is just to tide you by and also make you feel good throughout this time. So, firstly, I want to just mention, if you have a block, that would be amazing. If not, a pillow would also work. We're going to just be using this to sit on or also to elevate the pelvis later. So you can pause the video, grab whatever you need, and then when you're ready, let's all come into a nice cross-legged seated position on your mat. So just crossing those ankles over, sitting up tall, feeling those shoulders come down the back, feeling your palms facing up or down on your knees, whatever feels good for you today. And before we close our eyes and get into our first grounding, I want to explain the breath practice that we'll be doing. So it is called Sitali, which in Sanskrit means cooling breath, and we are going to do what we kind of did when we were kids. So curling the tongue, and what we'll do is breathe in through this tunnel that you create on your tongue. I'm going to hold the breath, and then you're going to exhale through your nose for a longer period of time. So we're going to inhale through this tunnel like this for 5, and then we're going to hold for 5, and then we're going to exhale through the nose for 7. Now this cooling breath, you can test it now, you'll feel that it's very cold coming through your tongue. Amazing what the body can do. And then the holding for stillness, for relaxation. And then the exhaling through the nose to release the excess heat that you have in the body. So if you've got that, close your eyes, bring in your palms wherever feels good for you. And just use these first moments to connect with yourself, with your mind, with the breath. See how your lower body feels. Does it feel grounded and heavy? Can you invite some relaxation into the lower body, just to let go and allow it to just be supported? Feel your spine long and your neck and head sitting on top of the spine. See how your breath is feeling. Seeing if you can invite some relaxation into the face, especially your forehead, the space between your eyebrows and your jaw. And just take these first moments to maybe set an intention for the class. Maybe it is throughout all of this craziness and the heat and summer and working from home and everything that's going on right now. Maybe it is to be able to still find that calm, like the cool calmness of an ocean. And remember that it is most of the time mind over matter. So if we can stay cool in our thoughts, then hopefully we can stay cool in our body too. So when you're ready, curl that tongue up and let's begin. So I'm going to be counting, so just know while I'm counting the inhale, you should have your tongue curled and be inhaling through the tunnel like, okay? So begin. And inhale through that tunnel for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Hold the breath at the top. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. We're going to exhale for 7 out the nose. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Inhale through that tunnel. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Hold at the top. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Exhale. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Last time, curl that tongue up. 5, inhale. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Hold at the top. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Exhale out the nose. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Release the breath hold. Release the patterns. Just come back into your normal breathing. See how your mind feels now after just a few moments of focus on the breath, focusing on the present moment. And then slowly bow your eyes open. Let's bring our hands gently onto our knees, and we're just going to take some stomach circles, so stomach grinds. So as you inhale, slowly bring that chest forward and really creep over the legs. And then as you exhale, we're going to kind of come into a cat position, almost chin into the chest, and really stretch out the back body. Inhaling, rolling forward, pushing the chest forward. And exhaling, coming back slowly round the back. Let's change directions. So coming back again, exhale and inhale forward. Just taking it really slow. We're not building up too much heat here. Just keep moving with the breath. And slowly roll your way up to your seated position. Left hand coming to the left side body. Right arm coming up overhead. And just enjoy a gentle stretch here. You don't have to go too far. You can also, if you want to, place the forearm down or just gently pulse here. Just really breathing in, expanding the lungs and expanding the rib cage here. Cooling breath. You can also curl that tongue up and keep breathing in through the tongue. And then slowly coming to the other side, right hand down, left arm coming up and over. And just taking those gentle pulses here. No rush. Again, it's all about the fact that you got on the mat today, and that is the most important thing. It is tough navigating warm weather or any even stressful situations, but the fact you showed up is enough, so show love to yourself for that. And then slowly coming up to center. Now taking a gentle twist here, we bring our left hand onto the right knee, the right hand comes behind us, and really gently just inhale, lengthen the spine. And as you exhale, push that belly button towards the spine, twist over your right shoulder, and almost use your imagination here. So as you inhale, feel lengthening as if you're sucking up cool air from the ground all the way up the spine. And then as you exhale, pump that hot air out through the nose. One more time, inhale. And exhale. Amazing. Coming back through center, other side, right hand to the left knee, left hand behind you. Inhale, lengthen, cool air, sucking up from the ground. And exhale, twist. Inhale. And exhale. Inhale. And exhale. Slowly coming back to center, taking that block out from under you if it was there, putting it to the side. We don't need that right now. Coming into a tabletop position, so making sure your hips are over your knees, and we're just going to walk the hands out in front of us and come into melting heart pose. I feel like that's very useful right now to think about really melting and surrendering. So dropping the forehead down onto the mat, trying to see if your chest can come lower down, seeing if your legs can stay as they are. And just feel that nice stretch along the shoulders and the inner arms. Dropping that belly down. Inhale. And maybe exhale, sigh out the mouth. Amazing. Slowly lift yourself back up. Walk your hands slightly back, tuck the toes under, and then just gently push those hips up into a nice downward facing dog. So just bend one knee at a time, shaking the head yes and no, releasing any tension here. Dropping one heel down at a time and stretching at the back of the legs. And then we're going to slowly tiptoe our feet to meet the hands at the top of the mat. We don't want to stay anywhere for too long, it'll build too much heat in the head here. So just tuck that chin into the chest, bend at the knees, and we're going to come all the way up to standing, bringing those arms up above the head, stretching up, and then slowly bring those hands down to heart center. We're going to take some half sun salutations, so really just moving with the first part here, just to get a little bit of movement in the body, stretching out the back of the legs, and again connecting with the breath. So hands at heart center, coming back to your intention, and then inhaling, arms coming up overhead, and exhale, push the air away. I really love this one, it opens up the body, you're in control of your heat. Hands coming down to the mat, forward fold, and then inhale, hands coming up to the shins. We come into our flat back position, and you exhale, coming back down to forward fold. And then inhale, bending at the knees, arms coming up overhead, and hands through heart center. So that's the movement. Let's go breath to movement. Inhale, arms coming up. Exhaling, swan dive forward. Inhaling, hands up the legs, flat back. Exhale, forward fold. And then inhale, bend at the knees, arms coming up. And exhale, hands to heart center. That should feel really good right now. Inhale, arms coming up. Exhale, hands down. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, forward fold. Bending in the knees, arms up. And hands to heart center. Amazing. Now let's step our right foot back. We're going to come into warrior two, bending in the left knee. So find yourself in your warrior two. There's no need for vinyasas today. So this foot is flat, this leg is bent, feeling strong in both sides of the body, and the arms coming out by your side. Now we won't stay here for too long, so there's not too much heat building up. But as we inhale, we'll bring the arms up overhead, palms touch, gaze up, and straighten that front leg. And then exhale, fold into your warrior two. Inhale up. And exhale, fold. Inhale up. And exhale, warrior two. Inhale up, really smooth movements here. Exhale. Last time, inhale. And exhale, warrior two. Let's keep with that same movement here, but this time we go reverse warrior to warrior two. So inhale, flip that front palm, come back, stretching out the left side body. Exhale, warrior two. Inhale, flip that palm up and over. Exhale, warrior two. 3 more, inhale. And exhale. Inhale. And exhale. Last time. And exhale. Bring both feet so they're both facing forward, and then just simply swap the sides. So now we're bending into that right leg, arms coming out by the sides, gazing over your front fingertips, and then inhale, straighten the legs, straighten the arms. Exhale, bend in. Inhale. And exhale, really flow here. Inhale, think about cooling movement. Exhale. Inhale. And exhale. Last time. And exhale, bending into that leg. Now flip that front palm. Inhale, coming back. And exhale, warrior two. Inhale, stretching the right side body. Exhale, warrior two. Inhale to reverse. Exhale. And inhale. And exhale. Amazing. So bringing those feet so the toes are facing forward again. This time bring your hands onto your hips. Roll those shoulders down the back. And then just bend the knees and fold over. So we're getting a nice wide-legged forward fold. You can bring the hands down. If you're not feeling so flexible in the legs today, just stay here maybe. You can also use that block as well, or the pillows, to hold yourself up here and get that nice stretch along the back. Maybe you're here, or bringing the hands down. And if you'd like to, you can also bring some movement here, so you're getting into the side of the legs as well, and just start swaying with your head dropped. Working that crown of the head down towards the mat, closer and closer. Inhale. And maybe sighing out the mouth. Inhale. And exhale. Then slowly bringing the hands on to the hips again, bending at the knees, coming back up to standing. Rolling the shoulders down the back. Bring those feet together in the middle of the mat. Let's come into tree pose. So, grounding through the left foot, right knee comes in towards the chest. Find something in front of you to help you balance. And then when you're ready, bring the inside of the right foot to the inside of the left thigh. And then bring your hands together at heart center. This is also a really cooling pose for you. Just focusing on stillness, focusing on the breath. Find calmness in this balancing posture. You can bring your arms up as well if you really want to open out even more. Feel like you're sucking that cool air from the ground up through the left foot into your fingertips. And exhale, release, bringing that right knee in towards the chest. Shaking it out, and then we go on the other side. So right foot planted on the mat, left knee coming in towards the chest, and then opening out. So the inside of the left foot to the right thigh, getting that little pressure here, so we're opening the hip even more. And then your hands can come to heart center or up, whatever feels good for you today, this morning, whenever you're doing this class. Breathing deeply. And exhale. Dropping those shoulders from the ears. Inhale. And exhale. One more breath here. And exhale, release. Left knee comes back in towards the chest. Bringing that foot down. Shaking it out. And then slowly walking your way back up to the top of the mat. Having your feet hip distance apart. Rolling those shoulders down the back. And inhale, your arms come back up overhead. Gazing up. Exhale, pushing the air away, folding forward. And then just simply step your right foot back. Drop down that knee and find yourself into low lunge. So bringing the hands onto the left knee, or maybe the arms up overhead. We're just going to inhale and really lengthen here, up away from the torso. Exhale, drop those hips down. Inhale. And exhale. One more breath here. And exhale, bringing those fingertips down. Let's just bring our left knee to meet the right and simply swap the feet over. We don't need all these fancy transitions today, it's just about the benefits of the asanas. So bringing your hands onto the knee and then bringing those arms up by the ears. Inhale to really lengthen that spine and the torso. And exhale, dropping the hips down with that stable core. Inhale to lengthen. And exhale. Inhale. And exhale, bringing those hands down now. We're going to bring both knees together and drop the hips back. Come into a nice child's pose here. So So plant your hands on the mat and get that nice stretch along the back here, along the shoulders, dropping the forehead down. Breathing here, inhale and exhale. One more breath here and exhale. Slowly chin into the chest, rolling your way up and actually come to standing onto the knees. We're going to come into a gentle camel here. So you can tuck your toes under so your heels are lifted slightly higher and to engage the muscles. And inhale, both arms come up overhead. Now as you exhale, drop that right hand down and see if you can touch your ankle. If not, keep the right hand on the hip and just focus on pushing that hip forward with a strong core. Otherwise, you can also drop your hands down and stretch that left arm up overhead. And if you'd like even more of a challenge, you can flatten out the feet. One more deep breath here. And exhale. Slowly come up using the core. And then let's take it to the other side. So left hand comes down this time. Inhale, lengthen. And exhale, fold back. Inhale to lengthen. And slowly come up. Sit those hips back. Come back into your child pose. Good job. Really opening up the front bodies. Breathing deeply into those ribs. Should feel super nice right now. And exhale. And then slowly crossing over at the ankles, we'll come into our final pose, which is legs up the wall pose. So if you have a block or a pillow, this is when you'll need it again. Otherwise, you can also actually use a wall. But the whole thing is you bring your back onto the mat, so this is flat here. Lift up those hips a little bit and sit it just where you can feel those hip bones at the back here. Perfect. And then bring your legs up. And you can have them bent if it's not comfortable for you, but if you can, try and straighten out the legs. Now this should be really cooling. It also helps to relax and de-stress and gets the blood flowing in a whole different way. So make sure your upper body is feeling super relaxed. Make sure your legs are hanging and feeling good out here. Maybe you start to already feel some movement in the legs. That's awesome. We're waking up the body. We're mixing things up. And we're relaxing and cooling down. Now you can stay here for 10 minutes. And then once you're done, bring your feet down onto the mat. Release the block in. Bring the knees into the chest and rock from side to side. Before you come into Shavasana. Or however you would like to end the class. Maybe you want to finish in a meditation. But either way, I will leave you here, and please try to spend as much time as possible in this pose. It should really cool you down, relax you, and relieve any tension you might be feeling throughout this time. And it was a pleasure leading you through this class, and I hope to see you next